Hello and welcome to a game of Dota 2 for the International 3 group stages. We are here with Mouz and Mufc. And these two teams need some wins for morale mostly though, because both teams will most likely be the teams that be in the loser bracket for the playoff brackets. Mufc has not won a single game thus far, and they are of course looking to end the day not with 0-12 but with 1-11. That's what they can get right now. Mouz just won the first matchup of these two teams' playoffs, and we're gonna see if Mufc can take a game or not. Of course, with me is Beatis, my co-caster. Beatis, welcome back.
Yes. Mouz currently sitting at 3-8. Not the best, but they did take a game off LGD.
Pretty sure
LG China at that, so that's something good for them. And they just won the last game as well. We're hoping to see some more aggression coming out of Mouz. Because they played super passive.
Once they started to get their aggression going though, they found their flow and they were able to capitalize on it, as you say. So we're maybe going to see more of that, but the same thing goes for Mufc. Also still looking to find their stride. I think last game, they changed up their roles quite heavily. I think it still went pretty solid considering they changed the roles so much.
Yeah, their mid player was their 2 was playing the 4, their 5 was playing the 2, it was just weird.
It was just mixed up.
Their 1 was playing the 3, the 3 was playing the 1.
But they need some sort of change. They know that. They are at the international. You need to be able to get some wins, and this is your chance. This could be your only chance of your entire gaming career. Who knows what you'll be doing next year, right? And what teams you'll be having, and if your team still exists and all that stuff. So performing here is needed. We're gonna see a life stealer picked up by Mufc. They banned out the puck because they don't want to deal with Fada's puck. I don't blame them. OD also gets banned out with an IO and a Bed Rider banned out by Mouz. Quite surprising to see them banning out the IO, considering I'm not really expecting Mufc to really go with that. But Mouz still picking up the Nature's Prophet for Quickfire again, or for Black if they want to go for it that route. But pretty solid pickup nonetheless.
Interesting to note that Mouz had choice this game of side or first pick. They chose to be Radiant.
Okay.
Probably because they like the Radiant jungle better. Radiant jungle is very powerful, but I just find it really odd that they chose Radiant. They prefer Radiant over first pick, which first pick at this tournament has proven to be worse.
Whoa.
Oh jeez.
Bless you.
Thank you. Anyway, they do first pick up for themselves, or with second pick they grab themselves Sure, and they're taking a bunch of time thinking about their second hero right now. After Mufc went with a first pick lifestealer.
Well, there goes the Rubik.
It is.
Nice support pickup.
Poss is their Rubik player. He's had some really amazing games on Rubik, and he's also had some bad games. Mouz is a team that plays very, very bad against teams that interrupt their farming early and play really aggressive throughout the entirety of the early game. And going through the mid game, they keep up the aggression. That's when Mouz struggles a bit. But against teams that just want to let them farm, that's when Mouz is at their best.
5 seconds remaining.
So we'll see what Mufc chooses to do here.
How are they gonna try to disrupt Black's farm? We know a lot of teams like to run aggressive trial-ins up against Mouz. Purely to shut down Black. Purely to not let him free farm.
It's not just about shutting down Black's farm, though. It's about all 3 of their core players, Koiko, Fata, and Black, being farming players. They prefer to farm over being aggressive.
10 seconds remaining.
And they pick up the Visage though, so Ling will be probably going back to that role of Visage again. Considering he is their Visage player, but as we just seen, we can not lock down any player on any hero because a lot of changes coming out from Mufc, and of course a lot of pressure on this match. Okay, they know that they're not going to go to the winners bracket, but come on,
that's been confirmed for some time now.
They can't have that.
Embarrassing.
That would be very embarrassing.
They have to defend their honor, defend their pride. Prove to their fans that they can win a game.
Yeah.
MUFC's turn to ban.
Well, let's see. They ban out the
they had
now.
They had a good showing at the start of the last game.
Yeah.
They just need to carry through with the aggression and not let it fall off. Because they had a lead, they had map control with the gem on Beastmaster, and then they just didn't do anything with it.
5 seconds.
There was no follow through with their execution. It's like they didn't know how to react when they had a lead,
Reserve
which is
time.
weird.
Do you feel it's MUFC's playstyle or also draft? It's causing them to get behind.
Their drafts have been all over the place, and they've tried to play like 4 different ganking playstyles, and none of them have worked. They got close last time to making it work, but they didn't have the follow through once they had map control in the lead. The fact that they were able to establish the lead is promising. The other thing is, the other playstyle that worked for them was a teamfight heavy playstyle, and
Mouse sports turn to
they
ban.
could go into that this game, but with well, I can't even say, it's too hard to tell right now. One thing I do like is that MUFC in the first phase banned out Puck. They didn't ban out the second go-to hero for Fata, which is
10
Beastmaster,
seconds
though.
remaining.
Beastmaster still in the pool, who knows? We have a Dragon Knight banned out at least, so MUFC won't be able to pick up that one in the mid lane. One of the more okay heroes up against the Beastmaster. If they still want to go for that, they could. Chen was a ban out that MUFC went for. Mouse Sports, as you said, a hero or team that wants to go for complete control
Invasion
of every
MUFC
kind of farm
turn
possibility
to
that they
ban.
have, and Chen being one that fits in that nicely. And Beastmaster still picked up for Fada. So as you said, of course, also a strong hero up against a Lifestealer. You've got yourself your Roar, making sure that Lifestealer, even if he's raged, can't move. And
Yep.
luckily for me, Beastmaster on Fada, he is pretty aggressive at that once he reaches level 6.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Like, Beast is a hero that you want to get in quick 6 and then keep finding kills over and over and over again.
And with Nature's Prophet to be there every single time with a teleport in, it's going to be
Or
making
his
it a little
ultimate
bit,
for support
Yep.
from afar.
going to be making it a little bit easier. Let's see what MUFC has to say to that, because now they know who's mid, they could still pick up the Queen of Pain if they want to go for that one, and still I would like to see Winter's Queen of Pain. I've seen them play with it earlier, but it's going to be a Storm Spirit for this one. They continue to mix it up as we have lost Beatiz for the second time. So we're going to wait until he's back. Well, we are not going to wait actually. I'm just going to see on the side screen if he is back. And until then, I will just keep talking to myself, and actually he's already back right now.
Invasion
Welcome back.
MUFC
Fix your internet.
turn
Thank
to
you.
pick.
I can't. It's bad when it feels like being bad. But yeah, the Storm Spirit, what I was saying about that is it confirms the ganking playstyle of this game for MUFC. So we're going to see if they can make one of those work again, and they forgot about Anti-Mage Black.
Yep, they banned it out in the previous game.
Oh,
But
Bounty Hunter. All in aggression this game for MUFC. This is either going to work and snowball, or this is going to fail miserably in the early game. They'll never be able to recover. So, we'll have to see which way it falls from them here.
10
and of course,
seconds
Lifestealer
remaining.
has got infest opportunities aplenty. Storm and Bounty Hunter, two ganking heroes. That's gonna be nice pickups. I mean, you can get 3 heroes in one place in no time if you were investing yourself into a Storm. Bounty Hunter to scout out a target and Storm to zip in from a distance away. Can get you some nice kills, especially if you can get an Orchid up on Storm fairly early on, to also make sure that that anti-mage can't go anywhere. MUFC, if they get a good start, they're looking solid, but they first need to get that good start going.
Yeah, this game it's very important for them to get a good start.
10 seconds
No
remaining.
pressure, no pressure. Nyx Assassin is going to be one of the other
Invasion
supports that's going to be banned out. We still have Sand King in the pool though. We know that MUFC likes to play Sand King combined up with the Visage. So we'll see.
Yep.
Mouse sports turn to pick.
They definitely want to get another disable for Black.
Invasion MUFC's
And
turn
Venge
to
picked
pick.
up to try and help keep Black alive. And Aura Stack.
Beastmaster Vengeful Spirit, not the
Solid.
first time that we see that today again.
Yep, solid pickup for Miles right there.
Let's see what MUFC has to say if they are indeed wanting to have a Sand King there. Might not be
It
the
definitely
best
do
one. I
need
mean,
another stun.
Rubik can steal that Burrow Strike and be super annoying with that as well.
True, but you can't just not pick a hero because the other team has Rubik. Or not pick a support, rather.
Reserve time.
Certain heroes like Tidehunter, for example, where Ravage is pretty easy to steal. You don't pick up, but Sand King, you can still cover your stun with Sandstorm fairly reliably.
True. You see, MUFC, they're taking into their bonus time right now. Only have 15 seconds left. And they're gonna use it.
10 seconds remaining.
Earthshaker. Something that MUFC used earlier on today as well.
5 seconds remaining.
In combination with the Visage, they would play up against them.
Crystal Maiden.
But nope, they go for the Crystal
Wow.
Maiden. This could be actually an aggressive tri lane.
Yeah, I think it is.
I like
I
it.
think they want to just super all-out aggression coming out from MUFC. And look at this, FZFC is playing support. He's on the Visage.
Once again, they switch
Link
it
is
up.
on mid again with Storm Spirit. TFG is going to be playing the Nyx. We're assuming it's part of the tri-lane, and Scrutinize is going to be playing the safe lane Bounty Hunter, I'm assuming. So once again, this is the same roles as last game. MUC switching it up. Role changes within the same day, within the same tournament.
And not just any
Pretty-
tournament as well. I
Prepare for
mean.
battle.
Yeah, the tournament.
Yeah. To be fair, I mean, it wasn't going well, so changing it up. At least it won't go worse, in theory.
Yeah.
Well, they lost
Yeah.
the game in 20 minutes today. That was worse than yesterday.
You can do worse than that.
Well,
I've seen faster games than that in my day. Was there like a 9-minute game once or something?
well, that's very
They could go for that record. I'm just kidding, don't do that.
honorable record to have, I was gonna say. Not really something that you want to be known for. In the meantime, on NUFC, they are rotating into the Radiant jungle because we are gonna see an aggressive trial line from them. It will be TFG, Too Fucking Good, ABC, whatever you want to call them, playing the Lifestealer. FCFC will play the Visage for this game. Winter will take on the Crystal Maiden, and that's gonna be your aggressive trial lane with Scrutinized or Huntrash player or WTF. Playing the Bounty Hunter, moving his way towards the top lane, will be safe lane farming it up over there, and Ling, the player that we've seen on the 4 and 5 role all day long, is playing the Storm Spirit solo mid once again. Let's see how he does in the Storm. And I will leave Mouse Sports to be introduced by you.
The battle begins.
Cinderin, the captain of Mouse Sports, the only Danish player on the team, playing this Venge in the safe lane. Koi Koi is going to be playing a solo mid Nature's Prophet, while Fata is going to be playing this off-lane Beastmaster. Paz is picking up the Rubik, while Anti-Mage is playing Black.
Or Black
I
playing.
realized what I
Anti-Mage.
said. No, Anti-Mage is playing Black.
Okay, fair enough. Well, Black has got an Invis rune and he's gonna see everything that's happening if someone plays support. Maybe Paz wants to go in. They don't really have like a particularly, compared to MUFC, strong early game lineup. I mean, MUFC pretty strong with the Crystal Maiden and a Visage there, so they can't really go in 3-on-3. They need to outposition the enemy. In the meantime, I like the rotation actually to have Fada on the top lane rather than on the bottom lane, because Fada up against a Bounty Hunter will be a pretty solid matchup for Fada.
Yeah.
And Koifa will be able to do okay up against the Storm as well in the mid lane.
These lanes are more even for Mouse and the solo lanes, whereas they would be sided towards MUC in both cases if the lanes were reversed. And there's Beastmaster mid against Storm, and Furion against the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, MUFC of course looking to make a change here on the bottom lane. They're looking to be aggressive, shutting down Black slightly. So far, not really any luck because Black has got more last hits than the Lifestealer. The question is, when do they want to be aggressive? And who do they want to be aggressive on? Both of the supports have got a way to stop initiations from happening, and Black has got an escape. So who do you think they should initiate on? Actually, it's going to be Mouseport that initiates up on the Lifestealer. He's able to rage himself out of that one though, with his first skill being rage now.
Once he gets level 2 on Lifestealer, Mouse, or MUFC rather, can go on in either the supports of Mouse. They just can't really go on Black. The one downside to not going on the Anti-Mage is Anti-Mage actually does a lot of damage. He's a fast base attack time, he gets bonus damage to the mana break, and he's tanky because of 4-man shield. So if you use your spells on other players, then he's able to get counter kills very easily.
We have got a bit of a harassment going on, by the way. Mousesport's the one to be on the receiving end of that one. Huntress player able to harass Fado, who's getting forced to use himself. And Quickfire here in this mid lane also getting harassed by Ling. He still has one tangle, but that's his last one. And he's not really harassing with his Treants or anything like that because he doesn't want to feed them to the Storm Spirit. Static Random killing them off fairly fast if he gets a chance.
Yep.
Black 10 for 6 here on this bottom lane with Huntress player. Or sorry, with Too Fucking Good sitting on 9 for 3. So for an even lane, something that MUFC, I mean, is not really that bad for MUFC, but it's not really ideal. I mean, that's not why you run an aggressive tri lane. The most difference is, of course, the supports are having to share the experience on the lane, while the supports of Mousesports are getting some extra experience and farm with the stacks that are going on and the pools.
Yes, Mouz did a good job of counter-warding the pull to get it up and getting the pull off. It just got them free bonus experience to push them, or push their lane further ahead. Because if you're even, or they're even leading on CS now. The lane was in the tower for Black. So MUC needs to make something happen here because they're just straight up losing this lane.
Now they're straight up losing all lanes in terms of last hits. I mean, Nature's Prophet sitting on 22 to 6, while Ling is sitting on 16 to 2. And on the top lane, Fada, he's sitting on 18 to 6. With Huntress player sitting on 16 to 2. So very even lane on the top lane, but still all in favor of Mouz.
Yep. Yeah, plus the support's gonna get more experience from having this pull available to them.
Yeah, Nova comes in, maybe no telekinesis there. No open wounds. The slow is still there. In comes the Wave of Terror, in comes Black as well, and Koifa TP's in. They want to go for Winter, they will be able to get him. First Blood gets picked up by Koifa, looking for the Lifestealer next. He still has his Rage, he'll be forced to use it. Sprout still blocks him in, he's got no way out. He is a dead Lifestealer. Double kill for Koifa, leaving the middle lane and getting himself a double kill. Worth it, for sure.
Definitely worth it. He's already got 1500 gold towards his Midas. You know, pretty impressive stuff right there.
Yep.
And he picked up boots first as well. Yeah, good start for the Nature's Prophet this game.
Good start for Mouseport for this game, for sure. I mean, we already said during the draft that MUFC should be the one to have a good early game, and right now they're not looking to get it.
MUFC needs to have a good early game this time. It's not that they should, they need to. It's very important to their potential success or failure as a team.
Vortex here up on Koifa. He's trying to TP himself out. Should still be safe though. Soul Assumption not going to be enough. And he is home safe. And has got himself... Well, he bought something. Something in the courier? He's got himself his face boots ready. So no Hand of Midas, but face boots ready up on Koifa. He still has the Gloves of Haste for the face boots later on though. For the Hand of Midas later on.
Yep. Trying to rush to the phase, not a bad choice. Just better CSing in lane against the Storm. The Storm can look to be super aggressive now that he's 6. If he wants to.
Yeah, I mean, with Quickfall leaving the lane towards the bottom lane, that's giving him some space to get his last hits going. He's actually highest on last hits right now. 31 for 3, I mean, it's not that big of a difference, considering everybody else is sitting on 27, 27, and 30, but he is at least
25 and 19.
And 24, 5, and 19. Yeah, the others I don't mention because they're actually lower than Mousesports again. But...
This is true.
Yeah. Black 28 for 11 with the life
with a tri-lane in his face.
Yeah. I mean, he's just getting decent CS with up against an aggressive tri-lane. I mean, he's not free farming, and he's definitely not having 100% CS. But considering he's up against an aggressive tri-lane, he's doing really well.
Yes. It's not just an aggressive tri-lane, it's an aggressive tri-lane with Nakes in it.
Yeah, a Nakes and a Visage. Also one of the more respected aggressive tri-laners. Crystal Maiden, of course, there as well. Maybe not as respected, but still pretty strong.
Furion is level 6 now, so Mouz can look to initiate and just have Furion ult come through and rip the supports to shreds from MUFC. Look at where Winter is sitting. He's so far back because he knows he has food.
He's sitting right next to a ward of Mousesports, though. They do see him.
That he is.
And we're just waiting for the Storm Spirit to try and make a movement. I mean, Where is he gonna gank if he goes somewhere? He can't really gank up on the Beastmaster because Beastmaster's got a roar. And Fada not really leaving his lane just yet. He is having a dust in his inventory though. He really wants to take down the Bounty Hunter, but Bounty Hunter says screw that. I'm level 7, I'm gonna go for ganks. So he's gonna go towards the bottom lane. So might have some TPs incoming bottom, unless Bounty Hunter just goes to go for the Nature's Prophet. Yeah, don't think he can kill him off though. But maybe he can take his farm. And maybe of course he can get help by Ling, which is definitely a thing that he could do.
Yeah, but Ling running through Mouz's mid-tower vision?
Yeah.
Dyer's
Kind of
That
obvious.
just gave him away.
Kind of obvious. Bottom lane though. Maybe that's where there'll be Ling waiting for the rune, doesn't find it. It's gonna be top. Nature's Prophet picks it up. He's attempting to TP there, but doesn't end up doing so. And will therefore lose the rune because Ling will be on his way there. Or maybe Fada gets it first. Fada gets it first. Never mind that. 4 heroes bottom for MUFC. Let's see what they got.
Beast TPing in, Puron's got ult. This is not gonna end well for MUFC.
Nope, and track kill already there. Roar up on the Lifestealer there. Maybe they get it. Axes fly through. And do they have enough damage? It's the question. Winter already dead. Nature's Prophet with a kill. Salve up for the Lifestealer. He should be getting himself safe. Dust still up. They try to find the Bounty Hunter, but they don't have any extra lockdown anymore. Telekinesis is now off cooldown again, but the open wounds force pass away, and he gets picked off. Mana Void comes in, doesn't get a kill. MUFC is getting track kills here, and that's working out for them at all, like, very well. Fada will get picked up there as well. We still have the Lifestealer going down, so that's a kill for Mouse Sports, but they lose 3 track kills.
That worked a lot better for MUFC than I thought it would.
Yeah.
So seeing the Beastmaster TPing in, knowing that Furon ult is up and Furon can TP in as well, I just didn't see that being the best situation for them. They ended up winning a 3-for-2 exchange, 3 track kills going towards their team. But Koikwa did live through the engagement and he has to finish his Midas.
Well, that's nice for him, at least.
And
but
if you look
really,
at that gold, with that 3-for-2 trade and 3 track kills, it's still a 1,000 gold difference in favor of Mouz.
Those 3 track kills, you would expect them to get way much more from that, but nope.
Nope, indeed.
No, but MUFC still making sure that they're at least not out of this just yet, because if they would have lost that fight, that would have set them back so far. That would have given Mouz such an edge that they would have a tough time getting back from this one. And right now, they're still in this. Bounty Hunter looking for some track kills. Can't really find him for now, but it is the time to pair up with Ling and try to make things happen. They can't really pair up with the Lifestealer just yet. He needs more farm, and on top of that, he's not even level 6 yet, so he doesn't have an infest to begin with.
Yeah. You want more levels just in Rage and in Open Wounds on Nakes before you start ganking heavily with him. He does have Nakes now, infest now though. So it can be a Nakes on a plane and get inside the Storm Spirit if he so chooses. But we both mentioned you don't want to do that right away. Get that EXP going.
Let's see if Fada is in some trouble here. We have 4 heroes of MUFC coming middle. If they don't get something out of this, that's a lot of wasted time for those supports. Supports who are, by the way, still level 5. And of course, for Crystal Maiden, it doesn't really matter that much. However, for FCFC, he's still level 4. He doesn't have his familiars.
And that matters a lot.
Yes, it does.
You want those birds as soon as possible on Visage. So you can do so much work with them. Especially, like, those birds plus Storm equals a kill on a support for Team MUFC. Birds and Bounty Hunter can be the same thing. They kill on a support.
Bounty Hunter is gonna try to go top. Seeing if someone comes to defend the tier 1 tower. There's no towers down yet in the game. We're gonna see if Mousesport's up to defend this tier 1. So far, nobody coming in just yet. Siren does have a TP scroll in his inventory, black as well. Puzzle. And Fada also. And Koikwa can TP himself. And he even has a scroll. He's gonna be done. I don't want to TP in, sorry. Bounty Hunter sitting around though. They saw him. Ha!
Yeah.
Yeah. Funny.
So WTF just backs out now after that.
I was expecting Fada to be more active now that he has a roar, by the way.
Yeah, that's not what Mouz needs to do this game. They've got solid team fight with Venge, Rubik plus Beastmaster, and then they've got one of the best split pushing duos in the game in Furion plus Anti-Mage. Just need to let Black farm and like Quake farm and then let them carry them to victory via split push.
You just like located your headset again while coughing. So,
Excellent.
yeah.
Meanwhile, Visage farming up as well, trying to get that level 6. Desperately wants it.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, in terms of late game, it is gonna be Mouse Sports that's gonna take it. As you just pointed out, Mouse Sports is in no hurry. They've got Black farming, they've got Koikwa farming. That's all they need. That's all they want, and they got it. MUFC, however, they've got a mid-game lineup, and you already mentioned it during the draft. They're going all out, and they need to therefore be all out. This, like between now and maybe 25 to 30 minutes, this should be their time. They should be getting ahead in this period of time. And even if they don't win the game in there, they should be getting so much ahead that it's going to be taking a bit longer for Mouse Sports to actually get back and then take the game later on. But
Yes.
that window of opportunity is closing.
You don't need to necessarily win the game with an all-out aggressive strategy in 20 minutes, but you need to be having a lead
Yeah.
and slowing down your opponent's farm and split push. They have the heroes to do it, they're not committing to the fights. Here we go, Infest into the Bounty Hunter. See what they can make happen. Even just killing off the supports repeatedly is good, because any kill is track gold. The Bounty Hunter is involved.
Yeah, maybe they get Vengeful Spirit. Synderen, he is in so much trouble right now. That's gonna be a track kill going the way of MUFC. Or what?
Okay.
Stick charges, sure contest comes in though. Thank you. I was gonna say like that was a bit would have been a bit awkward. In comes Black. Bounty invisible again. Black wants to get some revenge.
Synderen
But
trying to stack up for his buddy Black gets caught out. I've heard this story before. Black in the meantime is going to be getting a pretty quick Battle Fury considering he was aggressively tri-laned against. He's got the most CS in the game right now. He's at a solid 94 despite being aggro tri-laned. And he's getting pretty close to Battle Fury, only about 700 away.
yeah, on top of that, I mean, he is sitting on one of the two highest net worths in the game, next to his buddy that has actually got a hand of Midas there. So this is a really solid anti-mage indeed, as you said, considering he's been aggressive tri-lanes against. You wouldn't say that if you were just tuning in. You'd think that he's been maybe not a free farming, but he's been having just the freedom on that bottom lane. In the meantime, tier 1 tower on the top lane gonna get harassed down. So far, still no towers down on the map. This will be the first one, and Koikfa picks it up. Koikfa, as if he didn't have enough gold already, he has almost got enough gold to pick himself up a Shadowblade, if that is what he wants.
And we're only 15 minutes into the game and he has Phase Midas.
Yes.
That is ridiculous.
I mean, he could even pick up a mechanism for his team. I wouldn't be against that. Just to maybe allow them to fight more.
There's no reason to.
But yeah, but this is me hoping that they're gonna then use the mechanism to fight. Leave me be.
Why would they fight?
Because it's more fun to watch.
Radiant's bottom tower
It's not how they win Dota though. And there's the Battle Fury for Black, by the way. 16-minute Battle Fury,
With treads.
despite being aggro tri-lane. With treads, yeah. This is pretty much like your normal timing with treads, by the way. So, good work from Black. All those games where people aggro tri-laned against him have given him the practice necessary to succeed in this situation on the grand stage, or, well, at TI3. This isn't really the main stage though. Still in the prelims.
Yep.
Tower trade coming out. MUFC is going to be taking this bottom tower for their mid.
Yeah, the tier 1 mid already
TP
dead.
bottle.
Actually, the tier 2 mid on the side of MUFC taking some harassment as well. TP incoming from the storm though. And Lifestealer here as well. They look for something. Nice stun still up. Roar as well. Axis. That is already gonna be a bounty on the dead. He buys back though. Synderen still alive. Uses stick charges. Keeps himself up. Swaps himself into safety. But there comes the soul assumption. That's a kill. Koikfa going down as well. Sitting in the frostbite won't help you be invisible. Open moons up on Pass. That should be 3 heroes dead on the side of Mousesports. Track kills at that. Of course, they take down 2 heroes in return. And get a buyback off of that as well, but it's not a worthy trade for Mousesports.
Buyback on Bounty Hunter, and Black got the kill on the Storm Spirit with his ultimate. The thing with playing Storm Spirit against an Anti-Mage, if you want to initiate, you have to go on the Anti-Mage, otherwise he's going to ult you in the face.
Yeah. Mana
And
missing
that
is you're
doesn't
dead.
feel too good when you're missing all that mana.
Dire's
And
bottom
Mufc
tower
also take a
is
tier
under
1 tower mid from that though, and that's a pretty big deal. If you're on the Radiant side, you don't really have that Roche advantage anymore, and especially
Dire's bottom
since
tower has fallen.
the tier 1 on the bottom lane was already down, this basically opens up the jungle on the side of Mousesports even more for MUFC. Just
But
tier 1
they have
bottom.
to take control of it. It can
Yeah.
be open, but if they don't
Well,
control it, then that's useless.
They've got some wards up already, 2 actually. And right now they're farming it out. Is that control enough for you?
Out of nowhere, seemingly Crystal Maiden Winter has a Ghost Scepter for himself because of track hills and double tower going down. It's one for him. Koikwa once again farming the safest place on the map, the Dire
Dire's
jungle.
middle tower
So he
is
did
under
ever
attack.
so often last game.
Yeah. Still can't really split push to his full desire. I mean, there's still a Storm Spirit on the map, considered to be a counter towards the Nature's Prophet for a reason. He's actually building towards his Orchid. Still. But Quickfire can't really be too free with trying to split push here. But he'll try bit by bit without overextending too much. Then he should be safe. MUFC farming all 3 lanes.
Storm also has to be really careful he doesn't get baited in by a Beastmaster.
And they just profit hanging around there. There's a roar up as well, of course. Smoker from UFC going towards the bottom lane. The only one that they're missing is Storm.
Can they kill Black with
Well, Synderen is
Very
there
little
for a
to save.
defensive swap. Open wounds. Black, frostbitten, now swapped into safety. Should be able to blink himself out. Never mind. Visage comes in with the soul assumption, and Synderen should go down with him. That's 2 kills going away of FCFC. Double
They should
kill.
have waited for track to be cast for the second kill.
Yeah, they could
There's
have.
no way a response is going to come from Mouz in that location for a support bench. So that was a bit of a waste of free gold that they could have gotten. They just waited an extra 2 seconds to throw off that soul
Dire's
assumption.
middle tower is
They did get
under
the track kill on Black though.
An important one at that. Though he has got his flash farm build, and he is still doing very good on the farm. Shutting him down once, not enough. They need to continue killing him off, but I mean, it's a start. It's definitely a start. They are opening that window, or trying to force that window back open. Well, Mousesports still getting ahead though. 4k gold in their favor. Experience graph going away from MUFC, but not by that much. And as we said earlier, this is the time where MUFC should not be playing even. They should be getting ahead, and for now they're playing even.
MUFC showed some signs of aggression there. Finally getting the kill on Black. They need to keep that pressure going though. You can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Gank Black. Best tactic. Go.
Go. Well, good luck. I don't think that's gonna happen.
They have Haste and Orchid up, so they can definitely kill him with Storm +1 right now, as long as Synderen's not around.
Nice.
And-
Rune. Black is safe though for now. Haste Rune's still up by Ling. And blinks towards a small camp. Ling sees him. Pink goes out, but Bounty Hunter with the infested Lifestealer is no longer there. He's actually trying to hunt down other people. Walks right past the sentry. Infest out there still, but it doesn't matter. Bounty Hunter dead. Open wounds. Pass still alive. Nice Sprout. That's gonna be a kill. In comes Ling. Still at least takes down the Rubik, but that was not a worthy trade for MUFC. That's
Not
a
at
nice
all.
reward.
Yeah, he just placed that check for a ward. He's like, hey, we're all sitting up here. Maybe there's a ward. And oh, hey, free bounty hunter. Wait, there's a free Nyx inside of the free bounty hunter. Yay, money, experience. They capitalized.
They did, for sure. Black, of course, with that gank being left alone, so it didn't end up happening. 2500 gold in his inventory, almost has a mental style ready. So looking pretty solid in the meantime. Mousesports pushing on the top lane, Fada as well as Quickfire, trying to see how far they can get there. There's still a fortification if they want to use it. And the tower is actually going to be in the Knight range soon. So it's going to be the Knight, should be the Knight.
With this response from MUFC on top lane, Black instantly is like, hey, I'm free to farm middle lane. Just blinks aggressively, goes farms it. Now he's gonna go elsewhere.
Dire's top tower has been denied.
Black knows his limits. He's got good map awareness. So it is hard to gank him, but it is possible.
We actually have our Orchid now already up on Quickfire as well. So he can be split pushing and be safe. Well, it's gonna be coming down to who Orchids who faster if a storm comes towards him. And if he's infested or not.
True. He does have a TP scroll though, so you can always hook the Storm Face and grip instantly and then TP out. Which is nice for him. That whole being able to live thing.
That's always a good thing. But that goes for everybody, of course. Got a Gem of Truth hit up on Farah. Farah, who, in my opinion, has not been able to do it, has not been doing enough this game. But, as you said, they don't really need to do anything. Right now, MUFC, the attempts that they do try, they fail, and Mouse Sports is just able to capitalize on that. And, I mean, they're just in control right now. Mouse Sports is in control. And Quickfire is going to try to kill off FCFC. Orchid is there. Sprout is there. The right click damage is ultimate. There's the kill. Mega kill streak even. Gold coming in. Crystal Main won't be able to do anything about that apart from running away.
Yep. Mouse is just splitting up the map and... Uh-oh. There goes a gem. That was a big kill for Lang.
I actually thought he was going to try and TP himself out there already.
Yeah, Koi was just chilling for way too long.
Yeah, I went away with my camera assuming that he would go home after those creeps, but awkward. And a gem lost. Pretty big deal. That was a fresh gem also. Like, only bought just a moment ago.
It's never good to lose a gem, especially a fresh one at that. Look at Vada on this beast match. She's just... I can't remember the last time I saw Roar almost.
Exactly. That's my point.
It's so awkward.
Why? Because it doesn't need to be, but why would you then not do it? Like, it's what Dandy says, or said a little while back, why make it to late game if you can win early game?
Yeah. But, I don't know. Maybe Mouse just isn't confident in the early game this game. I think the thing about fighting against a bounty hunter is if you trade kills, they come out ahead. So Mouse doesn't want to do that when they can just dodge and outfarm them by a lot, and then just get an automatic win in the late game because they're that far ahead that it's impossible to throw.
Yeah. MUFC go for a smoke. Let's see how far they can get. If they can catch out Farah, who's here by himself on the top lane. But so far, Farah can jump himself into the trees and TP out, so I don't think he's gonna die unless they can find him. They can find him. No, too late. You snooze, you lose. No storm there either, so.
And every time Mouse makes a play like this, this lane just got pushed all the way to their tier 3. They wasted time with that smoke gang. That buys more time for Black, more time for Koikwa. It's just silly.
It all comes down to when Mouse Sports expects Black to be able to join fights. I mean, he is doing very well. He's got his Manta style. He's got 3,200 gold. Which item are you think they're going to wait on before they're actually going to try to do something? Or are they going to just try to go for Roshan?
I think they're going to wait on all of the items when Black has 12 item slots. So 6 on his hero and 6 in his stash. Then Mouse is going to go in the game. That way Black has options. Like he can accessorize his hero. Maybe he doesn't like the Abyssal here. He can go for the Rapier.
And they go for Ling already. That's a gem back. Mana Void not even needed because Ling already dies. Gem on the floor, Crystal Main, Winter, pick up a gem. Nope, gets roared, stunned, killed. That's gonna be another kill going away of Mouse Sports. Does get popped, but no bounce around.
Solid gem bait. Winter was just so indecisive there. He's like, I want the gem, but I'm gonna die if I go for the gem. But I want the gem, but I'm gonna die if I go for the gem, and then he just dies anyway. It's pretty funny. Yeah, Mouse is playing as like almost a 2.5 person team. There's Fata, who's just being a distraction. There's Cinderin and Paz, who can do pretty much whatever they want this game. And then there's Black and Koikwa, who are split pushing and farming. And MUC just doesn't know how to react to this. Which is odd because it's not like Mouse is doing something that we've never seen before.
And on top
Fury
of that,
and Anti-Mage is good, but it's something
BKB.
that's popular.
BKB for Black picked up. That's gonna be... Well, a vortex on a creep. That's what a illusion actually. Track and everything on illusions. Awkward, but good play for Black.
Yeah.
Or lucky Black.
I can confirm Black is a lucker.
Okay. So
He actually won that Warcrafted custom game. Are you a lucker?
well, he lives. MUFC's ganks fails. And right now, I mean, The one thing that MUFC is now doing, they're responding to what Mousesports does, and that's something that they can't really do anymore. They need to make their own plan. Of course, that's what they just tried. I realized that, and they just failed. But they need to continue doing that.
I think it's already too late. They've pretty much reached the point of no return against the AM Furion split push, where they're so underfarmed that they're like able to get duo killed by Anti-Mage plus Furion if they show up on a lane, or Anti-Mage plus Beastmaster, or Anti-Mage plus or Furion plus Beastmaster. Any of those duos is able to kill anyone if they're solo. If you can't solo farm out lanes, you're gonna lose the split push war miserably, and you're just gonna continuously get out farmed until Mouz feels they're far enough ahead where they can't possibly lose a fight.
Well, it's gonna be soon. More BKBs picked up. Now also one up on Koifa. And that's a misclick. 10-second BKB down the drain.
Oh no.
He wanted to move his BKB, and then he actually pressed it. I saw it. I've done it before once.
I think that's one of those mistakes that everyone that plays Dota has done once.
I did it.
And then you're just so careful every other time you move that item
Exactly.
inventory that it never happens again to you.
Well, I guess this was quick fast time.
Yep.
That's a bit sad. Oh well, Mechanism now up for the Visage, bit late.
Oh hey,
Syndrome.
Syndrome's getting caught.
Yeah, the Frostbite maybe coming in. Nice swap though, Anti-Mage being the victim.
He saw us black and black, he's like, what are you doing? Go away. I am farming.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's almost comical. I'm gonna go look at the graphs. So,
Yeah.
there's an insurmountable lead of gold for Mouz. There's a insurmountable lead of experience for Mouz.
MUFC, for now, it looks like they're gonna end the day on 0-12. What do they need to do to make sure it's gonna be 1-11?
Cross their fingers and hope that Mouz feeds into track gold now.
Well, that's a bit sad. Don't they have any other options? Roar,
It's literally just track gold.
Bounty Hunter, sprouted up, and axed, and killed. Orchid tick with the damage. In comes already. Down goes already one familiar. Quickfire already got that one, and only one left up. But Storm Ling is gonna try to snipe it. Will be too late. Antimage already with it. That's Ling already dead. Double kill going away of Quickfire. Swap aggressively for FC. Inside the roast pit goes down as well. Beastmaster with the kill. 3 dead on the side of MUFC. And it was just a bit of a slow jump for Ling to try and go for that Aegis still. I mean, they had the vision with the familiar, but
Yeah. That didn't work out for them.
nope. Nice swap also. I mean, this is Mousesports.
Good play from
being
Center and
far
getting them
enough
another
ahead.
free kill. FCFC had no reason to be positioned there. Because they have to know that they can't take that fight at all.
Well, Antimate has more farm than Lifestealer and Storm Spirit combined.
Yep.
Yep.
The top 2 from Mouz have more than the entire team.
Oh, swap. Can they get Telekinesis? Bounty Hunter? Yep, they can get that. Ownage, Black with the kill. Goes towards the mid lane. Still has that Aegis, of course, who's pretty safe. Takes a Soul Assumption to the face, however. I mean, he's still got that 10-second BKB.
Yeah. Mouz executing their split push strategy pretty well this game.
Yep, Blink forward. FC dead. Roar up on Ling. He had an infested Lifestealer there, though, and Fada taking quite a bit of damage from that. Fada does go down, but Lifestealer running for his life gets killed off as well. That's gonna be a Necronomicon unit that killed him off. Looked like it. But the GG gets called.
And the GG is
Wow,
called.
like that.
Hey, so wasn't it
0-12. Sorry?
like you said, it wasn't a 20-minute game.
It wasn't a 20-minute game.
It was not a 20-minute game. So there's that for MUC. No, I'm just kidding. That's really mean.
That's really mean.
Yeah, MUC they didn't know how to react to a Fury and Anti-Mage, which boggles my mind. Because it's common enough that you should know how to play against it, in my opinion. And
They just seem lost. It's like, of course, a lot of it comes down to just because they have lost 11 games already, and they, morale.
They're
That's-
demoralized to all hell.
That's weighs so heavy on you.
Yep. Meanwhile, Mouz, they were fresh off of splitting with LGD China, which that had to raise their spirits because LGD China was one of the favorites coming in. Granted, I don't think they did all that well today. They split with Fnatic, they split with Mouz. It's not the results that LGDCN was looking for.
Yeah.
Because that's a team that wants to be in the top 4.
We're gonna have one more matchup for today, by the way. We're gonna see Alliance taking on Virtus.pro, so we're gonna be jumping ourselves back to an all-Western matchup. Alliance, I still think they have not lost a game, right?
Not sure.
Yeah, they're 10-0. So Virtus.pro, the team
My, oh
that is
my.
at the bottom of the list, will go up against the team that's up the top of the list. Of course, I'm talking about Group B, because that's where we're heading on to right now. Oh, well, dropping things left and right. But Virtus.pro versus Alliance coming up, so stick around and we'll be having ourselves another game very soon. Well, about 10 minutes break to switch gear around.